Welcome to the Last Pull podcast. I'm here with the Heroes Codex. New guest, new ArenaNet partner. Excited for you. Welcome to the club, I guess, as they say. And you wanna introduce yourself? How's it going?
Thank you. Yeah, sure. I go by the Heroes Codex on YouTube. You can just call me Dusty because it's easier. And yeah, I've been making content for a long time, and it's nice to been playing Guild Wars since 2012. So it's really cool to be in the partner program, and I've been trapped in my own little bubble because I was super busy with life stuff for years, and I just was really excited to have the opportunity to actually talk to some people and meet people in the community finally.
Yeah, I think, I kind of did that for a long time. When I first started playing Guild Wars 2, it was back in 2012. And I mostly just played alone. Just played alone for years and years and years. I'd play PvP. I'd recognize names here and there, but for the most part, I just was on my own little island doing my own little thing. It was only when I started doing kind of random funny things in game. Like I started doing Drakkar every day for like 6 months. And then people took to that, right? Like suddenly I was playing with other people. It became very social. And of course that was during the pandemic. So
Gotcha.
it was a little bit more social. People were finding socialization online.
Yeah. No, I feel that, man. That's how I've been for years. When the game first came out, I was really big into World versus World. But I came back like End of Dragons and was consistently playing then. And I just haven't done like I've literally never raided in this game. Actually, I was checking out your stream yesterday because you were raiding. I've never raided in Guild Wars 2, so it was pretty cool getting to see that. So yeah.
Yeah, raiding is a really cool part of the game. I think it's really not highlighted that much. And there was a comment in my stream earlier that I think really made it very clear to me why that's the case. There's just not really a culture of doing instance content in the game. So you're never really exposed to it. Sure, there are dungeons, but those dungeons, you're not really led to them very much. And if you are, there are so few people doing them. They're kind of dead content. Therefore, there's not really a funnel to get people into instance content and teach them those fundamental systems. For example, a subgroup, how boons work, why are certain boons useful. They just never really get used to that. And open world is easy and accessible, such that those things aren't really that they're impactful, but they're not really that impactful to the win for the most part. So most people just skip by those things and be perfectly fine. And there's, of course, nothing wrong with that. It just means that there's a bit of a consequence for if suddenly somebody is like, I would really like to jump into a raid. Well, they just have so little knowledge about how anything works that suddenly they're learning not only the raid mechanics, but how the game itself and its systems function. And trying to learn that all at once is sort of a recipe for disaster.
For sure. Yeah. Super content overwhelm. I completely agree with you. I've been thinking about this since they were talking about redoing some elements of the LFG. And like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14, for example, that you get into the dungeon finder like pretty early on, and you learn what DPS, tank, heals are and kind of how to play them as you level up. But I guarantee you any level 80 who's been playing for a reasonable amount of time after just hitting fresh to the game completely probably has no idea what a lack DPS or quick DPS or any of that is. They're probably just like, I hit stuff, man.
Oh yeah, they haven't got a clue. And again, nothing wrong with that. It's just a whole new world to try to learn. It's very overwhelming. It's the same with PvP though. And it really, you're going to have similar things in every game. I think one of the hardest parts about a game like Guild Wars 2 is once a game is old enough, they keep adding systems upon systems upon systems, and currencies upon currencies upon currencies. And then when you're a new player, sure, like if I've been playing for 12 years or whatever, I log in and I'm like, there's just a new, I just naturally learned that new thing and it's not that big of a deal. If you're a new player and you log into that, it looks like this is the most complex thing ever. There's just so much to learn. I think that's largely why they've tried to simplify a lot of the classes or homogenize things a little bit. Not necessarily saying that's good or bad, but that may be one of the reasons they're trying to reduce systems. I've seen them do some things with currencies, right? Like
Hmm.
they don't want it so there's a billion currencies, but it's so hard to take
Yeah,
them away because it has so
it
many
is.
impacts on economy and stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's a really interesting thing because I recently went back to another MMO after being away from it for like 12 years, and I very much felt that like 13 years of just content you've never seen just shoved in your face in like the first couple, days of playing an MMO is a lot. And you level up fast in Guild Wars too.
Yeah, well, it's funny. A lot of people will actually say that you don't. But again,
Really?
yeah. Like they'll say that they're just like meandering around and they're kind of confused about where to go. A lot of people say that
Mm,
Guild Wars 2 is very directionless because they don't necessarily have the
yeah.
guidance of quests, and this makes it very challenging for people. But it's funny because they tried to address that with the achievements, where it's the what is it
Mhm.
called? It's now escaping my mind. But there's the adventurers guide or whatever. What is it called?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
I
about? There's
think
like this
it's
series of
yeah, I think
achievements
it's
that make you go around the world and do things, and it juices you up. Like it gives you a ton
mhm.
of experience.
So much. Yeah, I think it's literally just I think you got it right. I think it is the Adventurer's Guide. I could be wrong, but it sounds pretty
That
correct.
sounds correct. If not, I mean
We'll
they
call it
should
correct.
name something like that. It's cool.
Yeah, for sure. For
But yeah,
sure.
so I did an experiment with that. I played
Mhm.
on a character using no gear, no weapons. I was completely naked and I ran around and I only used utility skills and profession skills. I was
Mhm.
able to get to max level on a fresh account too. I was able to get to max level in under 10 hours.
That's crazy.
And that's with
That's
no gear,
crazy.
nothing. Now, of course, frankly, I don't know if the gear is as important as the knowledge, right? Like I knew where to go, I
Yeah.
knew what to do, I knew exactly what to look for, but I just
Mhm.
abused the adventurer's guide or whatever because that gives you
Yeah.
so much experience. Essentially, I would use it as like a way to navigate around the world and just hit big checkpoints of experience. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was
No.
that's what I did. But like I think a lot of
That's
people don't
crazy.
know about those things though, and they get kind
Mhm.
of stuck. So they're like, well, what am I supposed to do now? And I mean, granted, if you open the achievement panel, you're in for like a volume of wonder. There's just a million buttons to
Mhm.
click. How do you really know where to go? It's a big
Yeah.
problem for a lot of new players. But Guild Wars 2 is such a good game for, I suppose, players that maybe they played MMOs in the past, but now they're concerned about sort of the time investment of an MMO. Guild Wars 2 really
Mhm.
respects your time,
Yeah.
yet I think a lot of people just get a little bit lost in it too.
No, I agree. That's one of the reasons I've stuck with it for so long personally because, I went through so many times I couldn't play the game much. And it was always refreshing, like coming back and being able to just play the game and not spend 2 weeks getting to the point I could play the game that I wanted to play. But yeah, there are some new player guidance issues, I think. And um the fact that that guide system is buried in the achievement panel is kind of unfortunate, honestly, because I've said for a long time that achievement panel needs an overhaul. Um,
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a spaghetti mess at this point, 13 years in.
Yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot. I mean, how would
Hmm.
you fix it?
Um, well, one thing that's always bothered me as like a mini achievement hunter, I think it's Hellmasker's got like the 50K achievement points, right? But completed achievements like don't go anywhere. Normally when you finish achievements in a game, they vanish, so they're not like taking up space. That doesn't happen, so you've got all of that to scroll through. Um, I definitely think there should be like a new player section there, like an individual section where you can just put that plain as day. And maybe it is in there and I just don't know, but I feel like it's buried in the general tab. And I think that if you're under level 80 on a fresh account, that should like pop up like as soon as you go to the achievements tab.
Okay, I'm breaking my beautiful background because I'm going to check. I'm pretty sure it is kind of its own separate tab. I'm showing it for everybody right here. Character adventure guide. So it is its own tab,
It is right there. Yeah.
But I
Okay.
mean, and if I recall correctly, there is something that kind of directs you to that.
Okay.
But I think people probably get distracted by the million other things to click.
Yeah,
There's a lot to
probably.
click.
It's really easy to get lost when you're new to a game, right? And to your point, you got to level 80 in 10 hours with like nothing. But when you're new to the game, like just exploring a zone is overwhelming to a lot of people. Because I mean, like even the storyline pops up for you and is like pretty in your face. They send you mails and stuff. And more or less, if you just follow your storyline and sort of do stuff around it, you generally level up pretty well, I feel like, as a new player.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny because in the past, I used to get a lot of, I used to try to give people advice on like what to do. And they'd always say
Mhm,
that I was out of touch because I didn't know what it was like to be a new player. And
mhm.
I would always deny that. I was like, well, I mean, I was a new player once, but I actually, when I look back, I think I was a bit too stubborn about that point. I think that they're right. I don't. They're kind of right. I do know what it's like
Yeah.
to be a new player in Guild Wars 2, but I don't know what it's like to be a new player in Guild Wars 2 right now. And when I reflected on that, I thought, okay, I need to exercise a little bit more empathy here. And now when I think about all these systems, like I said before, this is wildly difficult for people to get into. Wildly
Yeah.
difficult. When I played Guild Wars 2, nobody had Arc Deep. There weren't add-ons. People just kind of mulled around. There weren't elite specs. The weapons were
Mhm.
simpler. Everything was way simpler. Now,
Yeah.
now you've got like a million things to think about. There's what I
Yeah.
read some, I don't know if this is true, but I read that there's like 52 million different build combinations that you could run just because there's
That's
so many
insane.
traits.
I'm just gonna choose to believe that because it's a big number
Yeah.
and I'm bad at math.
I
So,
could tell you it's a billion and you'd believe me. But yeah, there's a
yeah,
lot. There's a
probably.
lot.
Yeah.
There's
No,
a
there
lot.
are. And we're about to add 9 new entire fresh elite specs into that mix. So that's gonna be fun.
What do you think about that? I actually wasn't sure if they would ever go back to elite specs, if only because of the complexity.
I felt the same because I feel like even though I'm not super tapped into the heavy meta side as far as like raiding and structured PvP, I feel like there's been a lot of balance problems for a long time that people have talked about. And with the flexibility of this system, adding in a whole nother layer to it makes it really complicated. So, on one hand, I'm happy that they're adding them because I do think it's a big breath of fresh air that the game will benefit from right now. But I'm cautiously optimistic about the balance changes that they've been making, and hopefully they can keep it in the right direction.
Mm.
But it's a lot of moving parts at once, man.
I have a crazy take. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think balance matters that much. I think it's okay if stuff is a little bit overpowered every once in a while, as long as that overpowered stuff cycles.
Yeah, that's
I,
totally fair.
it's
And
maybe a crazy
honestly,
take, but like 50k Mesmer, I don't care. As long as it
yeah,
eventually gets nerfed. And then the next thing, there's something else that's a
mhm,
flavor of the month.
yeah, you said it right there. Flavor of the month, right? Like it's, um, and Guild Wars 2 is probably the nicest game to have a flavor of the month in because when you've got the experience, you can have all sorts of legendary gear and you can just go, oh, this build's broken now. Let me hop over to my one of my 7 level 80 characters here and just have the best gear ever in like 5 minutes, and then we're good.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I think that is a hot take for most people, but I don't personally disagree with you.
Yeah, I think okay, look, when Mechanist was super broken years ago, I mean it's pretty broken now in some ways. It's really strong. But when Mechanist was
Yeah.
super broken, Rifle Mech, I had a good time. I'm not gonna lie. Like I thought it was pretty fun to play.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
having an excellent time playing my video game. I know that it
Yeah.
was really annoying for some people. It like people despise it, like, oh, it's another Mechanist. I know it took like no skill, but those were a couple, I don't know, was it like a month like that? It was a good time.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
fun. So I'm
Yeah.
okay
I
with stuff being a little bit broken because I think in order to kind of push and pull people into different professions and builds and stuff, something has to be a little bit broken. In fact, one of the things that I kind of struggle with now, I was also talking about earlier on my stream, when I play, I don't pay that much attention to the balance anymore because it doesn't really matter to me. Unless I guess I'm playing PvP and stuff, I don't think it really matters. So to me, because I'm not playing as much PvP and stuff, it just doesn't have that big of an impact on my gameplay experience because I can literally play anything and probably clear whatever content I'm doing. It
Yeah.
won't have that big of an impact. Granted, there of course are going to be times where, like, let's say they giga nerfed heal chrono or something, that might have a big impact. Or, you know, they did
Right.
nerf heal scourge in a way, but I still play that heal scourge build and I still am successful in every fight. So I just don't think that it matters that much in some ways. So it's hard for me to empathize with the people that get like really upset about the balance because I go, oh,
Yeah.
I've played Power Hollowsmith, the exact same build for like 7 years or something, and it's still effective on every fight, right?
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. I've played Power Berserker on Warrior since I came back in End of Dragons, and I only just recently, last month, I decided to try out Kandi Berserker, and I'm enjoying that. But yeah, unless it ever gets to a point in PvE where there's too many bad actors excluding like certain classes from playing the game just because that build isn't the meta right now, I don't think it's ever a problem in PvE. And I mean, then again, I don't interact with the end game in that way at the moment, but I don't feel like I notice that a lot.
Yeah. It's interesting because my experience when I play raids or strikes or anything like that, I don't ever see people discriminating based on somebody's profession that they're playing. I never see
Yeah.
somebody that's specifically looking, well, I mean, there might be some very specific times when somebody's like looking for a portal chrono or something, but those are
Right.
very niche moments, and most
Hmm.
things can do the same job now. So I don't really get it when people are on Reddit or the forums and they're like, oh, my class is so weak and I can't do this content because of it. I just don't think it's true. Like, I don't think that people discriminate against
Yeah.
stuff. I just don't think it happens.
Fair enough. I mean, I can't really argue one way or another. Again, not doing raids, right?
Yeah.
But I do always have to take Reddit in general with a grain of salt on just about everything. But
Yeah,
um,
Reddit's a wild
yeah,
west. So
yeah, I do think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, I realized that we jumped like really into gameplay stuff, but I'm curious to learn a little bit about you. Like, where where are you from? When did you get into this? What's your experience with the game? Yeah, tell us about you.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So I'm actually in the panhandle of Florida, the area that Alabama didn't want to buy way back in the day, and Florida doesn't want to take ownership of. So that's fun. It's super hot down here. Loving that. Thank goodness for central air. Yeah, like I said before, I've been playing Guild Wars 2 since the early start weekend, on and off. I've been a serial on and off MMO player for most of my life. Came back in End of Dragons. Um, I've always done content creation since like 2017 off and on in some way, shape, or form, but I finally decided to actually like put my head down and do stuff for real for once in 2023. And I've been making YouTube videos mostly, just recently started streaming again. um, and yeah, just having a good time, man. Just
Yeah, I was
having a
on your
good time.
channel and I noticed that you play a lot of different MMOs. What is it about MMOs that you like?
So I just it's a couple of things, right? I think some of it is just nostalgia. All of the MMOs I currently play are nostalgia bait. I played Lord of the Rings online back in 2012. I've played Guild Wars 2 since 2012. I've been kicking around classic WoW in my off time here and there. The RuneScape, I think part of it is I just can't let go of my childhood, right? But I think part of it too is just I because I've been on and off so much, I've never really gotten tired of any of them, and I just enjoy the way they play.
Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by the way they play?
Well, I really like old school tab targeting MMOs, honestly. And it's just a really satisfying gameplay loop to me. I like numbers going up. I like collecting things, right? And MMOs offer a vast plethora of things like that to do. And you can dive into group content when you're feeling up to it. That's always a pretty fun thing, right? Again, haven't done it in Guild Wars 2, but I do it plenty in other places. And it's nice just being able to hop in Discord or TeamSpeak if you're one of my friends who won't get out of 2007, and just have a good time, with people. I really like RPGs in general too. Eventually, I do want to make more general RPG content, but I just haven't had the time.
Yeah, it's always a time factor, especially if you do this as a
Yeah.
hobby, right? If you
Mhm.
do content creation full time, then you can just like go, right? I mean, there's still going to be time demands
Mhm.
and whatever, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I do it part time too. It's just a fun hobby for me.
Yeah. And
So,
I recently I was a residential service plumber for like 6 years,
oh
so
wow,
my hours were stupid. That's actually the main reason that I don't do group content is like my hours were horribly unpredictable. I'd randomly have to work on weekends. I've literally worked like 23-hour shifts, and I'm like, I'm never going to find a static. I don't want to
yeah, because
deal
you
with
can get
any of
called out
that
a lot
stuff.
like that, right? Like you can
Yeah,
just get called out to jobs and stuff.
yep, just like in the middle of the evening, like, hey, you're gonna have to go drive 2 hours to, someplace and you go fix somebody's toilet. And it's like, cool. Well, I didn't have plans anyway.
Time to drive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. And I recently got out of that. So that's kind of why my content creation pace is up a little bit. And I'm trying to actually like talk to people and get out of my bubble a little bit because I actually have time to do things like get a static and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, what did you transition to?
I work from home now, and I work in a social media consultancy role, essentially.
Wow, that is a big shift.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
It was like a hail mary. I had somebody who I knew who worked at the company who was like, "Hey, this job's opening. I can give you a recommendation, and you can try to apply." And I was like, "I'll probably not get the job, but I'll give it a shot, right?" And then I got the job, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah, wow, good for you. That's awesome. Plus,
Yeah,
working from
thank you.
home probably is a big shift from driving 2 hours to fix the toilet, right? You get to eat
Yeah,
snacks more
super.
often.
Yeah, my cats actually like hanging out with me again because they see me more often, and you know, stopped drinking energy drinks finally.
Yeah, that is a big problem. If you're on the road, energy drinks, they call to you.
Hmm.
They beckon.
Dude,
Yeah,
that much caffeine.
I kind of did. I don't know if it's really that similar, but I was working like kind of nonstop at a not for profit, and I did like kind of half from
Hmm.
home, half at about a 35-minute each way commute. It's really not that bad relative to what some people endure. But I recently switched and I started doing my PhD last year, and as a result, life is totally different. It's interesting how jumping into something like that just completely changes everything. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I can't even imagine, dude. PhD programs sound like a lot of work.
yeah. I mean, yeah, yes and no. It really there's a lot of okay, it's a lot of work, but but a different kind of work. I wouldn't say it's like physically grueling or anything, but it is
Hmm.
very mentally, like I'm mentally exhausted a lot because I have to exert a
Yeah,
lot of energy to like read and comprehend things and then try to apply that knowledge, analyzing data, all of that stuff. It's a lot, and of course, I have coursework that I have to do because it's my first couple of years, and that's a lot. Like it's just yeah. The last 6 months in particular were crazy busy, traveling and going to conferences and
hmm,
stuff. It is an absolute privilege to do that, and I'm absolutely doing what I love, but it is a lot. You have to like
yeah.
set some time. Like I realized in the last year that I kind of let myself go, right? Like I about 2 years
Hmm.
ago, I was in the gym. For 8 months straight, I went like 5 days a week. I had lost 20 pounds. I was getting really lean. I was eating healthier. I was quite happy with that. And then I had an injury. And so for like 6 months, I couldn't really do very much. So then I tried to get back into it. And then a month back into it, I broke my foot. So then I couldn't do anything again for months. And then I got into super busy mode. So, I mean, honestly, those are just all excuses. I probably could have done something, but I had all these reasons why it was more and more difficult. And only now am I this is catching up with me, right? I gained all that weight back. I'm not really happy with that. Like I know that I need to, so I started running and stuff again, but you have to put like a concentrated effort into that stuff, or
100%,
or like your job will take over your life. I don't think it matters what it is, but with PhD land, like you could spend every waking moment working on it and it would never be done. And if you don't set aside that specific time to take care of yourself, you won't. So that's the big lesson for the last year, maybe particularly the last 6 months for me.
Yeah, that's a huge thing, man. I mean, self-care for some reason is one of the easiest things. Like as soon as you get busy to be like, that doesn't matter. I can catch up on that, but it catches up with you so fast. And the funny thing is I've found a lot of times, like I will stop going to the gym, stop exercising, whatever, because I'm like, oh, I'm so busy. I'm too busy for this. Right. And then what happens is when you get like 6 months down that path, you have so much less energy because you're not taking care of yourself that you're not even as effective as you could be. So it's like this whole vicious cycle. Like
Yeah, that's how I felt lately. I feel like I don't I'll tell you just randomly what I've been thinking about doing. So I made a couple like small errors, right? So I went, okay, well, I need to go get a new gym membership at a different gym or whatever. So I go and in June, I was like, okay, I just have to go and do it. So I just drove, got the gym membership, used it a few times. And then I went traveling for like 3 weeks. And then I went camping. So then I like never used it. Right. And at the same time, my wife got a gym membership where she can actually share it with one person. It's like kind of one of those budget ones. And I was like, well, why do we have two then? So actually today I went and canceled mine so that I can use hers. And I was like, okay, well, now I have some money kind of back in the account. What is a hobby that I could do that isn't just going to the gym? Because for me, I kind of like going to the gym, but I'm more effective if there's like a social element to it. I don't really like going alone. Okay. And just wait for this. It's going to sound maybe a bit weird. There's a pickleball place near my house. There's this new, it was opened last year. It's like an indoor facility. And I went, I've never tried that really. So the other day I went and I played with my uncle and my dad. And I was a little bit frustrated by it, to be honest, because it was hard. Mm-hmm. It was hard. Like I wasn't really used to it. I played badminton back in the day, and badminton's a bit faster than pickleball, and some of the skill set transferred, some really didn't, which was kind of funny. For those that know, the paddle in pickleball is effectively like a wood or like plastic or carbon. I don't know what they did, but it's just a paddle. Whereas in badminton, it's a racket with strings. What that means is that when the birdie hits the racket in badminton, it kind of bounces or pops off of it. Like there's some tension there, and you can actually adjust the tension of your racket, and that impacts how you play quite a lot. But in pickleball, the ball hits your paddle and it kind of dies. So if you're not kind of like swinging into it, then it dies. And so I kept trying to defend. Like I'd be like, oh, I popped it. Like they're going to hit this really hard at me. And I'd go to defend and I'd like hit the ball and it would just die off the paddle. So I was getting a little bit frustrated with that. Because my uncle and my dad were beating me pretty bad because of that. But at the same time I left and I went kind of hard there. And I've been sore for like 2 days since I did this. And so I thought, I think that could be it. Right. Like I was getting like a full body workout. I was running all over the place. Yeah. Yeah. It was good. So I think I might invest in that. Maybe a league. Heck yeah, right? Dude. Because apparently they have like a rating system, and that is very competitive to me. I like that. Yeah. So you can apparently you have to go to like a specific event, and they'll like rate you. And Yeah,
Interesting.
I would be into that. It's like ELO, right? Because then you play other
Yeah.
people and you look at like, plus minus. So
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
that idea. So that's kind of what I'm into right now. Way
No.
outside of the realm of MMOs and stuff. But yeah, that's
Uh,
what I'm thinking about.
Fair
Um,
enough, dude. Pickleball's gotten crazy popular, and people always because I'm a big gym head myself, right? I like lifting weights. I like the solitude of it. Honestly, I'm the opposite of you
hmm,
there, but like people lose. I feel like when you grow up and you get out of high school, people are like the gym is for treadmills and ellipticals and bikes and lifting weights and sadness. And there's so much that you can call exercise that people don't think about that's actually just genuinely fun and you can hang out with people and have a good time. So, no, pickleball sounds like it's a great thing for you.
yeah, yeah. I've never been able to go to the gym alone. I don't know what it is. I think like I kind of get why it might be kind of peaceful going. You put on your headphones and just like
Mhm.
blast, but for some reason, I don't know when this happened to me. I associate leaving my house with going to do something social. So for
Oh,
this sounds
interesting.
really weird. I don't know why my brain does this, but I go, if I'm leaving, I'm going to do something social. And that's kind of like a wide definition. Like I could go to the
Mhm.
grocery store and be around other people and I talk to the person at the checkout, right? Like there's some level of socialization there.
Mhm.
But at the gym, it feels a bit weird to be social unless it's
Yeah.
curated to be social.
Mhm.
Like 2 years ago, I started doing this boot camp thing where it's like a fitness course, right? And it was every day at 6 a.m. So every day at 6 a.m. I went, and the same people most of the time were there. And so we
Mhm.
started talking, and like we'd be doing the things that we'd be encouraging each other. And that was very social to me. And for some reason, I got like really into that, right? I liked
Yeah.
going because it was very social. But
Yeah.
then when I've tried to go, it's just hard. I need it to be social. Yeah, I don't know. It's just how I am, I guess. Just wired that way.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but I'm super introverted, so I cannot relate to that at all, man.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I I I probably identify more as an ambivert. Like in some ways I'm introverted. Like I go my
Mhm.
wife is very extroverted. So we go to an event and I sit there and I'm just like silent and she's just talking to everybody. And I just
Mm.
eventually I'm like, can
Yeah.
we leave, please? I want to go back into my little hole at home and play video games or something. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's just kind of how I am too. But I kind of need both. I think that's why
Yeah.
I like streaming so much, is because I can kind of turn the stream on or off whenever I want, and I
Mhm.
immediately be social. And I think it's also the reason why I like MMOs, is because
Yeah.
I can go in and be social. What's funny about this is that my relationship with the game has changed quite a lot since doing more content creation stuff. Like I said,
Mhm.
I used to be really, really alone when I played the game, and I was cool
Mhm.
with that. Like that's how I enjoyed the game. But then I started streaming, and now suddenly these people are watching, and I would get lots of messages, and I started to feel a lot of pressure with that. After a while, like I would
Yeah.
log in, and people would ask me if I would train them on a raid wing, or they'd like I would log in, and I'd get messages immediately.
Yeah.
Because I was doing my PhD the last year, is a little bit less active, so that slowed down quite a bit.
Mhm.
But it was hard because suddenly there's all this pressure, and that social pressure actually
Yeah.
made me start to feel a lot of anxiety in the game. And then I started
Yeah.
playing different games to see what would happen. And my other
Mhm.
game that I play is an RT. I play Warcraft 3 because I just love that game. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
classic.
Love Warcraft 3, man.
So when I play Warcraft 3, I don't feel that at all. There's
Yeah.
no social pressure in Warcraft 3. It's just me in the game.
Mhm.
It's kind of like how you go to the gym, put on the headphones.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. So yeah, it's really interesting because MMOs can be very social if you want, or they can be
Mhm.
very isolating as well.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I can't that pressure is unfortunate because they're coming from a good place, right? But I don't think people fully understand how much it could be stressful logging in, and then people are just like, hey man, like what's up? And it's
Oh,
just
I
like
don't blame
filling your
anyone else
chat.
at all either, right? I
Yeah.
think they're doing a great thing. I think it's really kind of them
Yeah.
to reach out. Like sometimes people send
Absolutely.
me a mail and say something really nice, and that's super awesome. I encourage
Yeah.
that. I think it's great. But I think I put that pressure on myself because I want to like live
Oh,
up to
okay.
their
Okay.
expectations, or I want to
Right.
make sure that I'm trying to do everything. I feel a lot of pressure to say yes to everything because I
Mm-hmm.
really care about it. But there's a
Mm-hmm.
point where you kind of can't do that, and then it just becomes pressure
Right.
unnecessarily. So I've had to sort of like check myself a little bit, and I don't feel that
Mm-hmm.
pressure right now. There was just a time, I
That's
think it
good.
was particularly, I was doing the PhD stuff and I was like super stressed. And so I didn't want the
Yeah.
stress in the game. And those things compounded. But now
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm kind of good with it. But it can still happen, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, at least you're zen about it now, you know.
Yeah,
You found
kind of
that
zen about it
equilibrium.
now. Yeah, you have to just be willing to, I don't know. You have to be willing to accept that sometimes you might just have a bad day. And maybe that day is not a day that you stream because you'll
Yeah.
feel that pressure. And then other days, it's all good and it doesn't matter. Yeah. Maybe you change the kind of content
100%.
because of that. I don't know.
Yeah. No, 100%. There's you got different energy on different days, and sometimes you just need to step away from it so that you can recharge, you know. That's something I deal with at work for sure.
Yeah. So I know that you've played lots of MMOs. Of all the
Mhm.
games that you've played, let's say aside from Guild Wars 2, so it's not biased immediately, but other than Guild Wars 2, what are some of your favorite MMOs right now?
Favorite MMOs right now. So there's one that I play it really casually. It's called Brighter Shores, and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
actually
Andrew Gower, right?
you've heard about it? Yeah.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, it's like it's got this really, really interesting, like old school RuneScape vibe with some newer technology because I mean he was one of the founding guys at RuneScape. And I play it really casually, but that it's pretty interesting. I like that game because similar to Guild Wars 2, it respects my time, right? I can log in, I can do a little bit of stuff. There's like passive skills you can do. So you can like set your character to do something for up to 24 hours and then you can just log out and get progress, but it's really slow. So that's one of my favorite ones right now. I've really, really been into Lord of the Rings Online. I honestly haven't gotten lost in an MMO like I have with Lord of the Rings Online in a really, really long time. Like when I went back to it last October, I just got super sucked into it and I spent like 20 hours a weekend. Like I was shirking responsibilities for the first time in ages. Like the lawn can go another week. I gotta level up, you know? Um, those are like the two big ones I would say right now. I was getting into classic WoW for a little bit, and then I hit the Barrens, and
Wait,
I
just the
was running
Barons?
for yeah, I was running
The
for like
Barons.
500. Yeah, I was running for like 500 minutes, and I was just like, I am not.
You broke to the Barons.
Yeah, yeah,
That's actually a
those quill
classic
boars,
thing
man.
that happens to people. You get to
Those
the
friggin' quill
Barons, some of
boars, dude.
the chat's like going crazy, right? Like you're like,
Yeah,
what is this place? And then you have to walk from one end to the
yeah.
other.
See, I played back in Lich King, so the chat didn't bother me. In fact, there just weren't enough Chuck Norris jokes compared to how it used to be. But I think what put me off of it, and it's my own fault, I'm probably going to go back, but somehow I went past the crossroads. So I was running for like 10 minutes and then I'm like there's no way it's this far down here. And then I spent like another 10 minutes running all the way back up. And by the time I got there and started doing quests, I was just so done with it and I logged out and I haven't logged back in.
Mm. Yeah, I was playing hardcore WoW, and I had never played
Yeah.
WoW before, really ever. So I was
That
like,
was your
okay,
first jump?
well, yeah, of course.
Interesting.
Everything is so dangerous. It's terrifying. Look, there's so many like core memory moments in World of
Mhm.
Warcraft Classic for me now. So I'm playing an
Yeah.
undead rogue, And I get to this like beach place and there's all these murlocs. And I'm like, I'm gonna go kill a murloc. So I go down this little cliff and I start fighting a murloc. And then it starts running away. And I'm like, why is it running away? And I can't, I'm like not able to catch up with it and kill it. And I'm like, it keeps running away. And then it like goes up to its friend and its friend turns around and it starts running towards me. And I'm like, wait a second. What's happening? And then there was like 5 murlocs running toward me on the beach, and I'm running up the hill, and like I'm terrified, right? Like my heart rate. I should have worn like something that would indicate my heart rate because it was intense. It like I was sweating. Yeah. Then the elevator scares me a lot. All the elevators are very scary because if you accidentally mess up the elevator, you're going to die. Yep. And there's no mercy. Yep.
Or you hit a lag spike at the right time. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Game over, man.
I've almost died so many times. I did die a couple times, actually, on like lower level characters. I died to a level 4 boar or something. That was my first intro into the game. And I was like, I got to go again. So I just went to kill.
Yeah.
But I also died. Do you know Gazoos in Skull Rock?
It sounds familiar.
It's right outside Orgrimmar. So you go outside.
Okay,
this quest where you got to kill like this warlock in a cave. Yeah. So I'm playing with this random guy that I met, and we played for like 2 hours together. Right. So we're doing all these quests in that like initial starter zone. We're just blasting through. We go to Skull Rock to do the quest. Gazoos looks at me. Shadow bolts. I'm dead. The guy I've been playing with for 2 hours goes up to my body and cries and is like, no. So that's how I learned about Gazoos. And then I became very afraid of everything after that. Yeah. Everything scares me.
Yeah. Dude, I ran into issues with him. I wasn't playing hardcore, but I ran into issues with him too. He's like 3 levels higher than everything else in that cave for no good reason.
Yeah, that's true. Have you ever tried your own like self-initiated hardcore challenge?
Oh, for sure. I used to do them all the time. When I streamed, I used to do a lot of them. I've gone through several games. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is Ocarina of Time, which was a good time. Love that game. I even did one for one of my videos, and that actually ended up pretty boring. It's kind of boring in Guild Wars too, honestly. But yeah, I've definitely done it. I was doing it in WoW, but I got to the point where I was like level 10 and then I was thinking about it and I'm like, I kind of just want to experience classic WoW and I don't want to be stressed out running dungeons with people and like end up in an OnlyFans type situation here and then I have to delete my account and
yeah.
So
I did it in Guild Wars. Like I said
like
before.
one?
No, well, yes, I did it in Guild Wars 1, and I still need to go back and finish that. I'm in Prophecies. I made it out of Pre-Syrian, got Legendary Defender of Ascalon, but that's another story. I've tried it in Guild Wars 2. It's very interesting in Guild Wars 2 because downstate is a thing, right? So downstate doesn't count unless you're some kind of masochist, because that would be rough. But yeah. I did do. Yeah, I thought it would be too easy to do like a regular hardcore challenge. And I'm correct about that. I think in Guild Wars 2, it's a little
100%.
bit too easy if you just enable everything. So like I said before, I did the no gear, no weapons.
Oh, hardcore is that challenge. What you did that?
That's what I did. I actually, so I'll tell you, I tried it on multiple professions. Some I got a bit bored on. And then I died because I just wasn't paying attention. I did a 12-hour marathon on Elementalist, got to level 80, almost completed the core story, and then I just kind of like zoned out at one point and just died to some stupid stuff. So that was unfortunate. Necromancer was easy. I was pulling like 7 mobs at once and killing everything on a core necro. That was great.
Wow.
The one
Were
that
you
was
running
hardest,
minions?
Yes, I was running.
Okay. Yeah.
I was running minions, and then I would just go into because it would make me tankier, right? So I was playing death magic, and then I would go into my shroud and I'd have a full HP bar, right? So that was good. There were only a few things that you had to be very scared of, and those were centaurs in caves, because they would trample you, and that would be bad, because then you would just die instantly.
100%.
That did happen once. But the most interesting thing, I actually want to go back and try this again, because I think it's worth the challenge. Warrior is almost impossible. Like, it is
Really?
It is so difficult. And the reason it's difficult is because you don't have any skills that do anything. Think about it. Most of your skills are dedicated to helping your weapon skills. So you have a ton of completely useless utility skills. This meant that I had to use like racial abilities. This meant that I had to like, I don't know. I had to do all kinds of stupid stuff. I had to like wait for my elite skill a lot of the time. Like I would just have to like sit there for like 2 minutes and like wait till the recharge was done. And then like take on the next pack of mobs. It was insane. And I actually did make it pretty far, but I got to a point in the story where like I was in the story instance and I was kiting one NPC, like one enemy, for 30 minutes.
Bro.
I was running around in a circle. I'd do all my damage, and I'd keep running and running and running and running, waiting for all the cooldowns. Then I'd do the damage, and I'd run and run and run and run, and do it again and again and again. And I was like, this is horrible, right? I think that if I could get past that part, that it would actually be really interesting. So I have been considering the last couple of days, maybe while I'm waiting for, Visions of Eternity, our new expansion coming out, maybe the key is for me to do that challenge again. Core warrior, 1 to 80, no weapons, no armor. Let's go, right?
Yeah. That's a pain, dude. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned racials, because the first thing that came to mind was like, oh, well, there's the hidden pistol and shrapnel mine, and I'm like, nope, those are char.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like the few that do damage are super, super low damage, like throw bolas. I think Bull's Rush does some damage, but then like, why do you want to close the distance with something that is going to kill you, right? So,
well, yeah, it's one of your only options. At least it knocks down, right?
Yeah, that's true. You do, as long as it's not a defiance bar, which I don't think there's any in core Tyria, really. Are there?
It's just really awkward, isn't it? Because think about it like this: Necro is easy because you can go into Shroud and you effectively have weapon skills like that. Yeah, Elementalist is pretty easy because you can create like conjure a weapon, and again, you have a weapon now, so it's relatively easy. Yeah. Thief was somewhat hard, but you still had steal, and then you had like you had like a few attacks that like did stuff, right? Like little traps and whatever. Yeah. So it was kind of medium. Ranger wasn't that bad either because your pet does stuff. Yep. But yeah, Revenant isn't bad either because you have you can just swap back and forth the legends, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I haven't played Revenant a lot. Are there a lot of damaging utility skills on Revenant?
Yes, on Jalus. On Jalus, you can press one button and it will like swing hammers around you. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
That's pretty powerful. Shiro, you don't really have anything. Like, I guess if I didn't try it on Revenant, actually. If I think about it, if I was playing Revenant, what would I play? I'd probably play Jalus and like Malix, to be honest, because I actually don't know. Does Malix only do damage around you, or does it do damage when you hit stuff? I don't know. I can't remember, but those could be useful, I guess. But you're probably going to spend almost all of your time in Jalus, just swinging hammers around you.
Yeah, and I mean, At least the I feel like the energy recharge is better than the cooldowns that you'd face with warrior, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, mesmer is also not bad because if you can shatter, and if you
Yeah.
shatter yourself, then you're fine. You have lots of
Hmm.
your utilities are pretty good on mesmer.
Yeah, and you can get a lot of clones and like the illusionary duelist and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty solid.
Guardian kind of same thing too. Guardian isn't that hard because you have lots of skills that do stuff.
It's really just warrior, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
warrior is absolutely pain and suffering. You know, I
yeah.
only felt okay. I felt forced to do warrior because I was doing necro, and it was so easy that people in the chat were like,
Yeah,
"Bro, this is so lame. Like, we want to see you suffer." And I was like, "Okay, well, let's try the worst possible one." And I had this kind of same
right.
like theory craft in my head, right? So I picked
Yeah,
warrior, and it was just horrible. But I think I want to return to it because I feel like it is the ultimate challenge, right? It is the
yeah.
ultimate
It seems
challenge.
like it. It seems like. Did you die or did you just leave the instance because you were so sick of running around in circles?
Yeah, I don't think I died. I got bored.
Okay, so you're still partway through, assuming you
Yeah, I'd
haven't deleted
probably
the character.
restart. If I was gonna do a
Nah, fair
series on
enough.
that, I'd probably make a YouTube series, and I
Yeah,
would over explain all of my decisions in the YouTube
yeah,
series, right? So I'd mix
yeah.
like the actual gameplay with like some, hey, like this is what I need. These are my goals. This is what I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
accomplish, right?
Yeah.
I think that
Storytelling.
could be kind of cool. Yeah, the storytelling is
No, I
important
think
for
so.
that.
I think that would be I think that would be a pretty good series. People like that kind of stuff.
I think I would
And
say that it's like kind of hardcore, but eventually I'm just going to try to get through all the content. Like, I think I
yeah.
can get through the core story without dying. I am not confident that I can get through Heart of Thorns without dying.
No. I
I
don't think you're going to get through Heart of Thorns alive.
yeah,
Like even Living World season 1 and 2 are tough, man. There's some tough
yeah.
spots in there.
So the question also becomes, do I try to go in order, or are there certain things
Mhm.
because okay, so here's part of the strategy, right? I think
Okay.
that I would go, did you know there's some items in the game that summon stuff?
I
Yeah, not a lot of
I
people know about that.
didn't.
There's also some places where you can get consumables that are essentially things that you pick up, like a bundle,
Yeah.
and you can use them. So my goal on this account would be to try to get there quickly, right? Because then I can pick up
Mhm.
rocks, I can get planks, and those will help me break defiance bars and stuff. Because otherwise, it's
Yep.
going to be a mess trying to break defiance bars. But then the other thing is there are these little summons that they're really not that strong per se,
Mhm.
but there's something. So I think it could help
Right.
because it will
Yeah.
get to a point like core everything is easy. It will get to a
Mhm.
point where I actually am just not doing enough damage to kill something, right?
100%. 100%.
Because the
And
stats will
any of
matter.
the break bar required moments too are just going to be absolutely brutal. Um it's a shame they don't have those relics that you used to be able to summon like rock dogs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That would actually really
Wait,
help.
didn't they bring some of those back though?
Did they?
I thought they
They
did.
m- they might have. I could have sworn somebody was just talking about it the other day that they don't have them.
I think that they're not on runes, but I think some of the effects were added actually quite recently to some new relics.
Oh.
I got to look this up now. I
Oh, okay.
swear they did that. Let's see. Yeah. Rock
Well,
dog
that might
glimmers
really
too.
help then. Then again, you have to get to 80 for that to. Well,
I
can you
swear.
equip a relic before 80?
Relic of the ogre. Summon a rock dog while in combat. There it is.
Mm. Well, there you
Okay.
go.
Wait, how good is a rock dog?
Probably terrible, man. Honestly.
Skills. Inflicts bleeding. Bite. Double slash. Note. Oh yeah, here's another thing. You can actually summon these with an item. The ogre pet whistle. This is what I was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if you go to the ogre pet whistle, Summon consumable that allows the player to spawn a random creature that fights with the player for 2 minutes. Using the item will apply the Ogre Pet Whistle effect, which indicates the cooldown until Ogre Pet Whistle can be used again. It's available at New Glade Crawl only after escort Gorthos expedition to Bronze Glade Crossing and help the ogres defend Bronze Glade Crossing from the Flame Legion. So this is actually in Iron Marches. So this actually isn't that difficult to get because I don't have to go to any expansions. I could try to get there relatively quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Very interesting. Wait, use of this item is on a 30-minute cooldown? The max duration of the pet is 5 minutes?
No.
Oh, man.
The strat's falling apart. I was literally about to say we're building the strat live on stream, and this is a really good idea.
Apart. Well, okay, so then I just clicked on another consumable. It says Raven Spirit Shadow is a single-use consumable that allows the player to spawn a Raven Spirit Shadow that fights with the player for 2 minutes. Using the item will reapply the Raven Spirit Shadow effect, which indicates the cooldown. What's the cooldown? 30 minutes. Okay, so there's like a lot. Wait, the Sunspear Paragon support. Okay, so all of these, they're from various places. Some are from different expansions and whatever. They're all 30-minute cooldowns. Can you summon them all at once? It looks like they're actually. It looks like you can.
If you can, that's required for boss fights once you get to Heart of Thorns for sure, 100%.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then while you're doing open world content, if you could get like 6 of them, you could just constantly have one up since they're on 30 minutes cooldowns and they last for 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, this is super interesting.
Yeah.
Wait. The Ogre Pet Whistle can summon like a whole bunch of different things. Wow.
Oh.
Okay. Wait. There's also a fire elemental powder. You can get Fireheart Rise. Another 30-minute cooldown. I vaguely
remember that, yeah.
Wow.
We're building it.
Yeah, it's being built. Okay. The storytelling is happening. Yeah, I can already see the episode, right? The episode is like, all right, we do no damage. We've got to find a way, right?
Exactly.
We need to find a knife somewhere. There's actually one map. This could be part of the strategy. This shows that I played the game too much. There's one map where the heart, you get a grenade kit. Do you know about that? You know about that one? You might remember it vaguely.
I can't remember the map, but I know there is one. Yeah.
I don't remember what map specifically either, but you can grab this grenade kit, and the grenade kit's like imba. You like run around and you just kill everything instantly with it. I actually think that if you're trying to level, running around that map with the grenade kit is a little bit OP, right? Like you're going to get a lot of experience for doing that.
Yeah. And since Guild Wars 2 scales up and down, you can literally just it doesn't scale up, but it scales down and the XP goes up, right? So, I mean, you can just, if you really want to crack the game, you can just level up to 80 there and then go get all of your items.
I don't think there's a way to take that into other maps, though. I think that's the only unfortunate part. Yeah. Anyway, do you have any like big plans now that you're a ArenaNet partner? Like you can do more Guild Wars 2 content. What's up next for you?
I am going to be doing more Guild Wars 2 content. So I'm almost done with this series that I've been playing like each profession for 30 days because I only played Warrior for like thousands and thousands and thousands of hours, right? So after that, I'm going to start doing some other challenges that I've had in mind. I've got some other things that I want to test out, but I'm also in the middle of a challenge to craft 24 legendary items in the next 10-ish months at this point. So
wait, you're trying to craft 24 legendary items?
Yep.
In a year, or like what's the timeline?
Yeah, it was originally 24 legendary items in a year, and we're 7 legendaries in, and I think this is the start of this Saturday will be the start of like week 8 or something like that.
So is it a gold issue? Because that's a lot of gold.
Right now, I'm working on vision because vision's one of the things. But the biggest thing I have ahead of me that I'm worried about right now is just gifts of battle and gifts of exploration. And then, I want to worry about those right now. Would be big. Yeah, it would. I'm planning on playing on Saturday, but I'm just hoping I can actually get in
Yeah, I couldn't get in the other day. I tried. I also today I don't think I'm getting in either, but
Yeah,
maybe
every
I'll
time I
play it in the
open
middle of the
that,
night one day.
yeah, yeah, every time I open it during any sort of prime time, it's like a 40 to 50 person queue, and I'm like, you kids have fun in there. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
stare at a wall, I guess.
it
um,
is a bit of a
but
problem, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, it is. I love World versus World Rush, but good God, there's so many people.
Yeah,
uh, but yeah,
it's a
my
lot.
plan is to get the I want to focus on the gifts of battle and exploration first, because like I'm gonna get trophies and karma and gold and all like ectos, all that kind of stuff, just working on that. And then once I get all of those farmed out, then I can buckle down and figure out where do I need to spend way too much of my life grinding out things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember doing all the legendaries. It's weird now. Once you get all the legendaries, whenever
Hmm.
they release a new one, it's kind of underwhelming
Yeah.
because why would I get it? Like I already
Yeah.
have it. I don't know why I would get another legendary back piece, which is
Hmm.
why I'm quite excited for the next X pack, right? Because they've said that there's going to be a bunch of legendary stuff, and
Yep.
that appeals to me. But I don't have every legendary ever because I just don't see a purpose in that. I feel like I
Hmm.
have all the legendaries that I need. Though sometimes I think
Yeah.
about getting one of every legendary just because I think it would be interesting. But eh,
Yeah. Well, you're gonna finally. So you have one of every slot except for Aqua Breather at this point.
yeah, yep,
So this next expansion is huge for you, man. You're
yeah. Oh,
putting the feather in the cap.
I'm already investing. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
yeah.
Yeah. I need to
uh,
I probably need to try to earn. The thing is that I don't really like grinding. It's weird because in some games I like grinding for gold, but in this game I do not
mhm.
like grinding for gold. Because I think it's
Yeah,
because there are certain events that I like doing, but it doesn't allow me to repeat them to get functional rewards. So I have to like run
yeah,
all over the place to get gold, or you have to do like very specific things like crafting
right.
or whatever. So I just have never really
Hmm.
been into that. I just kind of get all my gold passively by just playing.
Hmm.
So if I ever try to go intentional about it, it's a bit difficult for me.
Yeah, I mean, because like, if you want to go more specific, right? Like fractals, raids, SPVP are all pretty good, non-repeatable gold, right? But farming gold in Guild Wars 2 is kind of a headache. It's not my favorite thing either. Probably my favorite place to farm gold is probably just Drizzlewood. I enjoy Drizzlewood Coast.
Yeah, that is a good map. I almost never go
It
there.
is.
I really should. I need more
Really?
gold. I'm poor right now. Yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
do need some gold. I spend all my gold on stupid stuff like black lion skins.
I mean, stupid is subjective here, right?
Yeah, maybe
Fashion is
slightly
the true end
subjective.
game, so you're just investing in the end game. It's fine, man. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Want to see something random I did today? I'm just thinking about this because I have yet to put them
sure.
up. So I went and I finally. Oh, well, breaking stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah, I broke stuff. Ugh. Too many things. Okay. All right. Try this again. So this is a Guild Wars 1 map. Um,
Okay.
so you could get this by buying the strategy guide back in the day. And so
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just
Wow.
framed it finally. I've had it forever.
Nice,
And I did the
dude. That's
same with the
awesome.
factions map, which is just behind there. And my dog came running because
Nice,
he had concern about the safety of the room. So he's here to report and just question
dude. That's
how things are
awesome.
going.
That's freaking awesome. I
Yeah,
love
that's
that.
going in the room. I have like a big collection of stuff for
Yeah.
Guild Wars. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've seen that yet.
I saw a couple of them in the background of one of the videos. I think I watched your video where you were talking about I can't remember exactly what it was, but you had in a previous video you had mentioned some concerns you had about the game, and then the video I watched you were like, "We have a like a dialogue problem here because like I love the
Yeah.
game, I'm a huge fan of it, as you can see," and I'm like, "That's like a lot of like limited edition looking like bought it when
Yeah.
it first came out type stuff.
Yeah, I really need to go through my collection and do some like, I actually have all the setup to do this now. I should really do it. Basically, I need to just go through and like do videos where I just kind of show off the collection and tell the story about each piece.
That
I just haven't. I always say that I'm going to, and then I just forget. So maybe I will eventually.
I feel that. I don't have a lot of Guild Wars 2 merch myself. I've got the art book sitting up there on the shelf, and then I've got the I got a Skyscale print that has been sitting in my closet, not framed for I don't know, like a year and a half now.
Yeah,
And then
that's how it usually goes. Frames are just annoying. I don't know what it is about frames, but it takes a lot of mental effort to go and buy the correct frame. And then you got to put it on the wall.
Yep, which is a whole nother hassle and a half, honestly. I hate hanging things up.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm actually probably gonna I've this is embarrassing, but I have a monitor. I have 2 new monitors behind me, and I've had them in a box for like 2 months. I was using one before for my laptop, but I have 2. Okay, so my current setup is I have one really nice like 2K monitor, and then I have 2 really old, crappy 1080p monitors. So I'm going to get rid of both of these crappy ones, remove them, and then I'm going to put one 1080p and then one like a second 2K monitor. And right now I have what I like to call the Starship setup for monitors. So I have vertical monitor, horizontal, vertical, which I think is rather uncommon. But I think what I'd like to actually do is have like horizontal or vertical, horizontal, horizontal. I'm thinking maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you only need one.
Yeah, it's bad.
Vertical.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
No. I don't mean one monitor.
No.
But yeah,
two vertical monitors is weird. It is weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I only have 2 dedicated monitors, and then I've actually my webcam is this is an Elgato prompter, so it acts like a little mini monitor.
Yeah.
But what I've run into is I like the vertical monitor for like streaming and OBS and stuff like that. But when I'm like zoning out and playing games, putting YouTube on this, it's like really small and I don't like it. But then putting YouTube over here, it's not horizontal. So like I can't enjoy a full screen anything. So I can't enjoy my shows, man.
Yeah. Do you like that prompter? I've thought about getting one before.
I do really like it. I don't have because I have AMD. There's some parts of it that don't work. Like, there's a text like detection, like it detects what you're saying and like matches the speed of it to that. And you can only enable that, I think, if you have NVIDIA.
Weird.
But you can change like the speed of everything on there. So I really like it. And it's nice for stream too, because like I can throw my chat up there and then, you get that nice parasocial feeling of, your favorite streamer looking at you while they respond to you. And
yeah,
it's yeah, for sure. I really like it for work too. I originally got it just for YouTube, but for work, like I do a lot of video, like one-on-one stuff. So it's a really easy way to make easy eye contact rather than having like some weird thing up here and I'm staring at that monitor.
Yeah, that's honestly why I was asking, because I was thinking like I'm in a Toastmasters group. I don't know if you know what that is, but I do like public speaking club things. I really enjoy that. It's one of my favorite things. And the feedback I always get when I do a speech is they're like, you need to look at the camera more. So if I can look at the camera here, but typically I'm looking at the chat here, or I'm looking at my game right here, and my other monitor is over here. So I've always thought, well, I think it would make a lot of sense for me to have a prompter that I look right up at the camera, because then I'm talking to the camera. But it's a bit weird. Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah,
I should maybe look into that.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's not exactly the cheapest thing in the world, but it is nice,
I'm looking it up right now. What is it? Elgato prompter.
Yep.
Oh boy, I'm worried. Oh, that's not. Honestly, that's about double what I thought. Jeez.
Yeah. Hey, you put that Elgato name on it, it's going to be expensive, man.
Oh, Oh, it is also a camera though? Or no?
Uh, no, unless you're looking at one that comes with a camera.
No, it's
I
probably
don't know
not.
if they packaged that.
It's not. No.
Uh,
Holy crap.
okay,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Alternative to Elgato prompter.
uh,
Holy.
do you have like tablets in your house or anything like that? Like, do
Yeah,
you
I
have
could use a
iPads and
tablet.
stuff?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because like the reason I got it is because I don't have any tablets or anything. So when I was comparing like getting a tablet and prompter software and like a thing to hold on to it, it was
Yeah,
like the
okay.
same price as all of that to just get that because I don't own a tablet, right? But if you own a tablet and you can just get like a cheaper prompter that holds your camera and everything, that's probably the easier thing to do.
Huh. Yeah. Wow.
Although you
I'm
do have to still figure out how to put your stream on the tablet then if that's the goal.
I don't think that would be hard.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because then you just go into the creator dashboard, right, and put the chat up.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you could totally do that.
Ah, but okay, there's still a problem with this though, because then how do I
Hmm.
hoist that tablet up there? And then like the lights are gonna be blocked by the tablet. Yeah. Okay, Elgato, we are little slugs for Elgato now. Like we must.
Yeah,
They
they
got
kind of
us.
cornered the market on that stuff. Um,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
crazy. This is
yeah,
crazy.
it's yeah.
Oh,
I
it
did a
comes with
little
software though.
copium.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it has like it comes with the camera hub software, and that's like you can go in there and change all of the settings. You can like scroll speed, text size. You can put entire scripts of videos in there if you want. You know, you can do whatever you want with it. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I,
Technology is a wonderful thing.
holy crap, it is very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's insanely expensive though. Now I have something I guess to put on the Christmas list or something. Holy,
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
uh going about an hour. Usually this is about the time where we start to wind down a little bit, but
Yeah, fair enough.
what kind of like I guess kind of the last question, but what kind of difference do you want to make in the Guild Wars 2 community? Like when you're making videos and content and stuff, what are you thinking about?
So, for me, I really there's a couple of things, right? I like to think about as much as I can with my content, catering it towards people who are limited on time, right? Because that was me for the very longest time. One of the things that kind of motivated me to create content is I felt like a lot of guides out there for different MMOs, not specifically Guild Wars 2. It's always like, you need to go here and grind for this many hours. You need to go do this for like this many hours. And I really like the idea of trying to find a way to encourage people to play for a little bit because one of my bigger regrets that motivated me into starting this channel and something that I don't talk about enough, but I want to talk about more is that I spent years not playing MMOs because I didn't feel like I had enough time to play MMOs. And I realize now, years later, if I had just played a little bit when I could, I would be much further and I would have experienced many more things. And now I just feel like I have to play catch up. So I just want to be positive, think about those time sensitive people. I don't mind making myself look like an idiot. My whole I played X class for a month thing. Part of it is I make my own builds. I don't look anything up. And
Ooh.
I just want, yeah, yeah. Oh, I've gotten flamed in the comments plenty. Trust me.
It's fun to play like
And
that though. It is.
it is. And I just want it's an interesting dichotomy because part of my content, I want to make guides. That's kind of why I rebranded a while ago to the Hero Codex. I want it to be like a place you can come and get whatever answers you want, right? But at the same time, I like to try and remind people that it's about playing games for fun. And I feel like in the last couple of years, sometimes a lot of content and a lot of people feel like playing games is about playing to win 100% all of the time. and you can't just do stupid things when it doesn't impact other people, because I don't agree with it in like rating to just like do stupid things, right? Um, and I just want to get out there and tell more creative stories too. I have a lot of stuff like that planned for the future, wacky challenges and storytelling and stuff like that.
That's super exciting, and I totally agree with you. Now you're making me really want to do the. Maybe I'll just start. Maybe I'll just do it.
Do it, man.
I'll just
Do
start.
it.
We'll see what happens.
Stay up all night. Grab a ghost energy drink.
I can't do. I'm too old for that now. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I used to do that. Every time a new Pokemon game came out, would come out, I would go to my friend's house and we would stay up all night and play it. And I used to love doing that. But now, I can't do it anymore. I'm too old.
Dude, I feel you. I don't know how old you are. I'm 30 and
31. Yeah.
I wake up. Okay. Yeah. I wake up at 3 a.m. every morning at this point, mostly because she works at like 4 a.m. So it's kind of just the house wake up call at this point. I go to bed. I'm usually like, no, she works in a deli bakery right now.
Oh, that's good for you.
And bad for me at the same time.
Yes. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, bakeries are always up super early. That's super fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But yeah, that's what I want to do for the most part.
Cool. And how can people find you? Shout out all your links and stuff.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube at The Heroes Codex, and I'm on I'm linked in the title of this stream at The Heroes Codex on Twitch. I try to upload on YouTube every Thursday at 3 p.m. and then Twitch and YouTube I do a live stream mostly every Saturday at 7 a.m. Central Time. So
okay. Good. Well, thank you again so much for joining me. I've been making a concerted effort to talk to a lot of the new ArenaNet partners because there's lots of people that I may not be exposed to because I'm in my own little bubble, right? And so then I saw you, I checked out your channel, I was like, this is really cool. And I think it's really exciting to meet all of these different people and sort of share that space together. So welcome to the partner program. Not that I have any official welcome, but I'm glad that you're there. I'm excited that you're there.
I appreciate it.
It's well deserved that you're there. And I'm excited to hang out more in the future. So yeah, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. It's a really cool experience, and thanks for chatting with me, man.
Anytime.